Assalamualaikum dan hi students. Hi. Hi. Okay, sebelum kita mulakan apa-apa dulu, kita buka majlis kita dengan ummul kitab Al-Fatihah. Amin, amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, selamat datang ke slot CSR-Sharing Knowledge Program 2021 dengan kerjasama ANSARA TEPEN dan Peers MRSM Tumpat. Tajuk sesi kita pada malam ini ialah Career Talk Entrepreneurship. Terlebih dahulu, saya ingin mengucapkan setinggi perhargaan kepada rakan strategi. Okey, selamat datang ke slot CSR Sharing Knowledge Program 2000. Hello, lagging ke?
Tak, okey. Boleh teruskan.
Okey, sorry. Terlebih dahulu, saya ingin mengucapkan setinggi perhargaan kepada rakan strategi ANSARA TEPEN, Unit Perkhidmatan Bimbingan dan Kaunseling MRSM Tumpat dan MRSM Taiping, TNF Energy Sendirian Berhad, Alka System Malaysia dan BG Capital Holdings. Nama saya Noh bin Pitu Yang atau lebih mesra dipanggil Noh. Presiden Peers MRSM Tumpat moderator anda pada malam ini. Bersama-sama kita pada malam ini ialah Encik KHAIRUL FAIZI Muhammad Zain, ANSARA TEPEN Batch 1992, Ahli Wall of Fame 2021 MRSM Taiping, yang kini merupakan seorang usahawan yang memiliki beberapa syarikat yang meliputi pelbagai jenis perniagaan. Apa khabar Encik Faizi?
Baik, Alhamdulillah Noh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine too, thank you. Terima kasih atas kesudian memenuhi jemputan kami.
Terima kasih kerana menjemput. Dah lama kita tak buat benda-benda macam ni. Now it's a different environment. Kita buat online pula sekarang.
Betul. Terima kasih banyak. Baiklah, kita nak buat engagement test sikit. Jadi kalau student boleh bagi thumbs up ke, bagi emoji sikit ke, komen-komen sikit ke, tengok student ni okey tak? Okay, thank you audience. Berbalik kepada speaker kita pada malam ini, Encik Faizi merupakan anak kelahiran Kereput Lekor Land, kalau semua dah tahu, dan mempunyai motto hidup yang sangat simple, which is make it easy. Jadi, tanpa kita mengelakkan masa, saya menjemput Encik Faizi untuk meneruskan sesi perkongsian kita pada malam ini. Encik Faizi, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Noh. How are you everyone? I hope semua orang dalam keadaan yang sihat, sudah makan. Mungkin sesuai untuk saya ucapkan selamat menyambut tahun baru Ma'al Hijrah kepada hadirin semua. Kita doakan sama-sama supaya kita kekal sihat walafiat, kekal dalam keadaan yang waras, kekal dalam keadaan yang masih lagi dapat bersosial, berjumpa dengan kawan-kawan dan juga dengan cikgu-cikgu dan juga semualah kaum keluarga walaupun secara online. Kita cuba teruskan silaturahim, kita cuba teruskan support each other kerana kita dalam satu situasi yang agak mencabar, dan harap-harapnya situasi ini bertambah baik. Secepat-cepatnya lah kita doakan, insyaAllah. Hari ini saya diberi peluang untuk bercakap tentang entrepreneur. Saya bercakap dengan adik-adik dari MRSM Tumpat, betul? Ada betul. Nak tengok reaction kat sini. Sekejap macam mana ni. Okay, tak apa. Nanti siapa ni? Noh mungkin boleh tolong responkan sebab saya risau kut saya bercakap seorang-seorang shock sendiri. Nanti kan seolah-olah macam talian terputus tapi orang lain tak dapat jawab ataupun tak dapat nak tanya apa yang perlu ditanya nanti. Saya mungkin akan mengambil masa lebih kurang 15 minit untuk memperkenalkan diri sedikit sebanyak dan juga berkongsi perjalanan kehidupan saya, bagaimana saya mula daripada seorang pelajar hinggalah kepada seorang usahawan. A bit of disclaimer dekat sini, ini bukannya satu program untuk berkongsi tentang bagaimana untuk menjadi usahawan, courses apa yang sesuai untuk usahawan, scholarship apa yang ada untuk usahawan. Sebab usahawan ni dia very broad, dia ada banyak macam-macam apa dia panggil ni bidang yang kita boleh pilih ikut kesesuaian dan minat masing-masing. Dan mungkin saya difahamkan yang sesi ni sesi pertama untuk pelajar-pelajar MRSM Tumpat, kemungkinan topik ni tak berapa nak glamour, sebab selalunya orang cerita pasal macam mana nak jadi doktor, macam mana nak jadi engineer, macam mana nak jadi accountant. Tapi entrepreneur ni memang sangat-sangat rare lah kiranya. Jadi siapa-siapa yang nak jadi kaum-kaum yang rare tu mungkin boleh teruskan bersama dengan saya hari ini untuk berkenal-kenalan dengan bidang entrepreneurship ni. So kalau boleh saya teruskan, saya share screen. Share sound. Okey. Baik, bagi tip. Okey. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Okey, boleh nampak saya punya presentation
Jelas.
Boleh.
Okay, good. Tapi muka korang pula hilang dah. Mana ni? Kalau siapa-siapa boleh bantu saya, guidekan sikit macam mana nak keluar yang viewers tu. View.
Cik Faizi boleh tekan dekat view.
View dekat mana?
Cuba Cik Faizi escape full screen ni.
Escape full screen, okay. Stop share.
Bukan.
Ha?
Dekat, sekejap. Saya pun tak nampak.
Cuba tekan escape.
Escape dia dulu.
Escape. Okay, dah escape. Korang nampak apa sekarang?
Nampak
Zoom.
Tapi dia ada macam ada petak ke saya je yang nampak?
Sama-sama nampak petak juga.
Nampak petak?
Enggak.
Sebab saya risau sikit kalau tak nampak apa ni, tak nampak audience. View dekat mana?
Cuba more tu.
More, okay. Show video kena. Ya, sekali lagi. Okay. Bila saya stop share, saya nampak. Saya cuba share sekali lagi. Then okay. Sekarang masih nampak? Ke tak nampak?
Belum nampak lagi share screen.
Okay.
Ada nampak ke Encik Faizi?
Okay, dah nampak.
Okay, alright.
Okay. Alright, sorry for that little glitch there. Orang tua tak reti pakai Zoom. Sebelum ni jadi participant je, hari ni jadi presenter, jadi kalut sikit. Okay, sorry. So, entrepreneurship. Nama saya FAIZI, nama penuh Khairul Faizi Muhammad Zain macam tadi Noh ada sebut, tapi ramai biasanya saya di maktab dulu dikenali sebagai Faizi lah sebab kita masa tu ada 3 ke 4 orang Khairul. So semua panggil Khairul nanti kan berebut-rebut lah ataupun siapa nanti cikgu nak denda kan semua Khairul mana yang nak kena denda ni. So saya Faizi. Okay, seterusnya. What is an entrepreneur? By definition, that entrepreneur ni, kalau kata lain dalam bahasa Melayu ni, dia seorang businessman lah. So a person who sets up a business or businesses, tak semestinya satu business, boleh lebih daripada satu business, taking on financial risk in the hope of getting some profit. So maksudnya dia masuk dalam satu perniagaan untuk dia mendapatkan keuntungan. So ini bukan satu dipanggil kerjaya sebab dia adalah satu perniagaan. Dia berniaga, dia mengeluarkan modal ataupun mengeluarkan kemahiran untuk berniaga. Dia perniagakan dia punya kemahiran tu. Dan daripada situ dia mendapat pulangan dari segi income ataupun profit. So, next one. A little bit about me. My name again tadi Khairul Faizi Mak Zain. Saya dilahirkan di Terengganu. Boleh kata berjiran lah dengan Kelantan, tapi kalau main bola tu tak geng dengan geng-geng Kelantan ni. Dia kalau dekat Padang dia bergaduh, tapi kalau dia Malaysia dia okey. Saya sudah berkahwin. Saya mempunyai 4 orang anak perempuan yang bayarnya lebih kurang macam adik-adik semua di Tumpat. Anak saya yang sulung baru lepas habis buat dia punya asasi. Sekarang dia akan sambung dentistry di Pening Medical College. Pening Dental College. Anak saya yang kedua baru habis SPM, baru dapat tawaran sekarang akan sambung matrix di Perlis dalam bidang accounting. Anak saya yang ketiga tingkatan 2 dan anak saya yang bongsu baru darjah 2. Okey. Tadi saya cakap dengan Noh, saya nak speaking sebab MRSM Tumpat orang kata IGCSE. So boleh speaking?
Boleh je.
Boleh okay. So what do I like to do? I like to spend my time with my family. I like to help people and I like to solve problems. Saya memang daripada dulu since my early days I like to face I do not want to create problems, but if I get problems I like to solve the problem. So things like subjects like maths ataupun physics subjects that I like because these subjects it gives us a problem and we are supposed to figure out, be creative about it and find a solution to the problem and I like to do that. So that's me. So as No mentioned just now, my name is Faizi. I like to make things easy. So until today, I like to take this approach that whatever that we face or whatever challenges that we have ataupun whatever task that we have to do, be relaxed about it and face it positively and find ways to do it or to complete it in an easy manner. So I like to find an easy way to get things done. In other words, seorang yang pemalas lah. Sebab bila malas tu kita cuba cari shortcut. Okay. Now, my early education. Even though I was born in Terengganu, I was raised in Johor. My father and my mother were teachers. So as you know, teachers may get posted to different places. So my father was posted in Johor, specifically in Muar. So my younger days, I was raised in Muar, and I spent my whole standard 1 until standard 6 in Muar. In the beginning, my dad wanted me to become a doctor because dia kata becoming a teacher mungkin tak berapa nak masuk lah. So doktor tu masa tu glamour, and maybe doctor saves lives and helps people, and it is something that is noble. Okay, walaupun teachers tu pun noble juga, tapi doctors tu yang masuk, duit lebih banyak dekat doktor, teachers kurang sikit. And then other than that, I had my early exposure to business ataupun a little bit of trading ni from my uncles actually. Bila balik kampung, my uncles ajak pergi jual air batu kacang ataupun dia ajak pergi cabut ubi, lepas tu kita pergi ke warung jual ubi and things like that. My dad tak ada ajar benda-benda macam ni. It is my uncles that exposed me to this kind of things. Now, then after my young primary school days, I went to English college and spent a few years there for my early sekolah menengah. So buat SRP dekat sana, tapi masa tu banyak main. It was my time of playing hockey. I was a sportsman masa tu, banyak sports, tapi hockey was my main sports. Tapi buat SRP, alhamdulillah my results were good. I got straight A's. I got an offer to go to Taiping, MRSM Taiping, the best MRSM in Malaysia. Initially I was not keen to go because I was keen more on playing hockey. Even my coach pun masa tu kata tak payahlah, English college pun bagus juga, buat apa nak pergi sekolah asrama. Anyway, so against my coach's wishes and against my interest, I went to MRSM Taiping purely because all my life in my primary school and also the early secondary school, I masuk sekolah semua lelaki. Tak campur dengan orang perempuan. So macam jakun sikit lah. Bila dapat pergi MRSM, boleh dapat sekolah dengan it's a co-ed school, boleh sekolah dengan orang perempuan. So I don't know, maybe masa tu muda lagi kot, kurang waras fikirannya. Tapi tak apalah, it turns out quite well actually. It was my first experience sekolah dengan berasrama, and after form 3 tu actually I developed an interest in principal account. Why principal account? I don't know. Maybe it's the nature of solving problems tu tadi. Principal account ni dia pun ada a little bit of problem solving yang kalau you all ada biasa dengar imbangan duga ataupun trial balance. It is a challenge to accountants to get the trial balance to balance at that time lah. So it was something that I find fun doing. So I did a lot of it and I find it sesuai dengan jiwa. So I went to MRSM Taiping and I took up the sains gunaan, which is ada principal account punya subject. So I didn't do biology. So that was the end of my dream ataupun my dad's dream to make me to encourage me to become a doctor. I forgo that opportunity. Instead, I took up principal account. Now, bila dekat MRSM Taiping, I didn't get so much pocket money masa tu. Nak buat apa, semua makanan ada. Taiping pun makan sedap. And kita tak keluar pergi mana-mana. But I do want to spend a little bit of money. So what I did was, together with some friends, we did a little bit of jualan lah. Ada yang buat jual burger ke, ada yang jual Maggi, jual macam-macam benda-benda yang bukan-bukan pun ada juga jual. Tapi it is something that we did just to sustain and to get a little bit of pocket money. Now, at that stage, that is the stage where you and I are at now. Okay, around the SPM punya age. Let me ask you all dekat sini. Now, would you have an idea or would you have an interest ataupun would you have some path that you want to be going after ataupun that you want to achieve? Kalau I boleh tanya Noh ataupun Aisyah, do you have an idea of what you want to do after SPM?
Mungkin ada kot.
Okay, ada. Which is good.
Ada.
And what do you want to do? No?
After SPM, I would like to apply to KMS using my IGCSE result.
Okay.
And then if I got accepted, I will continue lah to continue my A level maybe.
Sorry, so what is KMS?
College Maran Seremban.
College Maran Seremban. Okay. And what field would you be interested in?
The one tak confirm lagi.
Tak confirm lagi. Which is fine.
Further math maybe.
Further math. So that's interesting.
Maybe.
Do you like so you see yourself in the doing something mathematics? Tapi benda ni banyak macam ada career path for it. Have you done some research?
Not yet. Sebab at the same time ada interest in architecture.
Okay.
So ada overlapping kat situ, either nak direct ke KMS or wait for my SPM result lah.
Okay.
Jadi ada.
Okay. So at least you have an idea, and from there you can develop you can do your research ataupun go and ask someone untuk bagi you guidance. Aisyah ada idea ke mana nak pergi?
Cik Faizi, saya dah lama SPM.
Oh, sorry. Aisyah ni best banyak.
Saya
Aisyah
SPM
ni-
2012.
Kita gotai balik.
Aisyah ni
Aisyah nampak.
doktor PhD dah.
Aisyah masa dia nampak 18 tu kan. 18-17 tu. Masa tu, do you have an idea of what you want to be?
Back then I was quite determined lah. Saya minat biology and then saya nak go for teaching. So saya
Teaching.
masa tu go for biomedical science dengan mindset nak jadi educator, nak jadi lecturer.
Good. And that was back in when you were in Form 5.
Yes.
Oh, very good. So I hope that most of the audience here have some idea on what you want to do, because if entrepreneurship is something that is not suitable ataupun macam it is away from what your interests are, then maybe it's not for you. Entrepreneurship is not easy, but it is very, very flexible. Okay. Now, if you ask me after SPM, what is my next move? I want to be a millionaire. Tapi buat apa tak tahu lagi. I just want to have a lot of money. So, I probably got a wrong impression that accountants ni mungkin banyak duit sebab dealing dengan duit banyak kot. But that was my interest. But my goal was to become a millionaire. Now, how to go there tak tahu lagi. But I want to have a lot of money. Now, kita sambung quickly. After my SPM, just before the results come out, kita during my batch, a long time ago, we have this program as a MARA accelerated program. We were given the chance ataupun the opportunity to fly to overseas to further our studies using our trial results. So guys, if you haven't done your trial and if you plan to main-main masa trial, try not to, because trial results maybe can be used for a lot of opportunities. Okay, so just do well, just go for it, make sure that you do well, and who knows, you might get offers from your trial results. So after my SPM, got the offer, kelang kabut, I got an offer to go to Dublin, Ireland. And in Dublin, the offer was to do accountancy. But traditionally in Dublin, people were sent there for medical punya courses. So there were only 4 of us yang dekat situ. Macam pelik, kenapa pula kita orang ni kena hantar kat sini? I myself pula mungkin cakap, ni bapak aku dah ni doa banyak sangat nak suruh jadi doktor ni. Kau kena juga kena hantar pergi Dublin dengan di kalangan doktor, mana tahu boleh jadi doktor juga. But no, I think that time MARA had an agreement ataupun dealing dengan college dekat Dublin tu to test out dia punya school. So we were sent there and we did some sort of A level dekat sana lah, dekat Dublin. And from Dublin, I wasn't impressed with the business school back then. After the A levels too, I applied for further my degree in Lancaster University, one of the leading business schools in England. So from one island, I hop to the next island. Lagipun Dublin tu dia tak glamour sangat. Unfortunately, bila pergi dekat Lancaster pun tak glamour juga, sebab Lancaster tu macam kampung sangat. Yang glamour tu bawah sikit, which is Manchester. Itulah kalau siapa-siapa yang biasa minat bola, tahulah ada Manchester United, Manchester City, and there's a lot of stadiums and football clubs around there. So kalau siapa yang memang minat pada masa tu, cuba kejar untuk pergi ke universiti di sana. Now, I did my degree there for about 3 years, and I graduated in accounting and finance from Lancaster University. Now, by then I was ready to become an accountant or some sort of a finance executive. Bila ada accounting ni, kita banyak boleh pergi dekat banking pun boleh, dekat finance institution yang lain-lain pun boleh. And it was time for me to come home. Ada orang yang tinggal di sana tak balik sebab dia orang nak pursue lagi accountancy tu on the professional level. So dia ada buat ACCA, ICA, EW and chartered accountancy. Siapa-siapa yang dengar ni yang pernah yang minat accounting, dia akan tahulah all these terms. So I didn't. I decided to come back and I immediately applied for jobs balik Malaysia, and my first job was TMB. I became a corporate executive earning about 2,000 ringgit per month. After TNB, I moved to a different company which was Shell, a very reputable company, a good multinational company. Masa I jumpa my TNB punya boss, cakap, "Bos, saya baru kerja sini 3 bulan ni, tapi saya dapat offer Shell." Lepas tu my boss cakap, Shell, dia offer untuk jadi apa? Lepas tu I cakap lah, jadi analyst dekat sana. Dia kata, "Go, you would be better off in Shell." And indeed, I was I had a big development, a big exposure, and a big opportunity that I learned in a big company macam Shell tu. Plus the salary was higher. Okay, so from 2,000 per month, I jumped to Shell, and then from Shell I jumped to project, and I pergi Federal Auto. So from oil and gas, I pergi dekat car dealership. Lepas tu I tukar pergi consulting. And I also work with an Australian company based in Melbourne in IT. Okay, so in terms of earning, I started about 2,000 per month, and then I went on to 10,000 per month. Macam pelik. Starting nak jadi accountant, pergi kerja kat TNB, lepas tu Shell. Lepas tu semua ni tak ada kena-mena dengan accounting pun. And finally I end up in IT company, earning about 10,000 per month. And this, I don't know whether it is because of my gila-gila punya path ataupun apa orang kata iman tak kuat. Dapat je offer yang best, gaji besar, lompat. So in that 4-5 years tu, I lompat banyak. Tapi I lompat banyak tangga gaji lah. Now, walaupun dapat macam tu, jiwa tak berapa tenang because I had to work long hours. And sometimes with Australia company pula, dia 4-5 hours ahead of us. So I had to spend extra hours to meet Australian time, and then I had to look after my clients dekat Southeast Asia juga. So my family time masa tu kelang kabut sikit. Oh, by the way, year 2000 I got married. So biasalah kalau mula-mula kahwin ni tak boleh nak berenggang-enggang lama-lama sangat. So kalau masa tu I selalu kena hantar pergi duduk Australia 2-3 minggu buat kerja kat sana, dan datang balik, dan pergi hantar pergi Brunei, lepas tu patah balik di Singapore. So a lot of travelling, and I left my wife at home. So tak best. Now then, that was a turning point. Sampai sini, I was only talking about accounting and career, a job in Shell, a job in Australia, I have no mention of business at all. Okay, so you might be wondering, are you in the right program or not? But I assure you that this is my path. And like I said, I mentioned in the beginning, I'm sharing my path into becoming an entrepreneur. So again, we come back to this slide. What did I want during my SPM time? I wanted to become a millionaire. I wanted a lot of money. So that time cuma nak, tapi tak tahu macam mana nak buat. Now I want to become a millionaire, and I start to have a little bit more information ataupun a little bit more input on the thinking behind it. So I started to take out a calculator, and then I cuba nak kira. Kalau nak ada satu, if I want to have $1 million in the bank, Aisyah dengan Noh boleh tolong, dan lain-lain pun boleh kira juga kalau ada calculator ataupun ada phone. You take 1 million, and if you say you want to save 10,000 per month, how long do you need to reach to 1 million in your bank? Siapa yang boleh ada phone ataupun calculator in front of you, you can try. So 1 million, untuk orang-orang yang tak berapa mahir dengan numbers, 1 million, you divide by 10,000 because you want to spend 10,000 a month. So 1 million divide by 10,000, you get about 100 months, betul? So 100 months, translate into years, how long is that? Divide by 12.
8 years, 8.3 years.
About 8 years, about 8.3 years. So it means that if you save 10,000 a month, you need 8.3 years for the number to reach to 1 million. So I was thinking, push, that time my total gaji was 10,000. Belum tolak ETF, belum tolak expenses, belum tolak duit sewa rumah, belum tolak sewa beli kereta, belum tolak belanja makan minum. So I will never be able to achieve getting ataupun saving 10,000 a month. So cakap, oh ni tak boleh jadi. I must find a way to earn more. I cannot just earn 10,000 a month. I need to save a lot more ataupun to earn a lot more to be able to save a lot more. Now I give myself a challenge to be able to save up to 1 million in 5 years. Okay, another challenge. How much do you need to save a month to reach $1 million within 5 years? No mathematician kan? Bagi dia kira kejap.
Kalau tak silap 200,000 per year.
200,000 per year in 5 years. Okay, so a month lebih kurang berapa?
16,000, around 17,000.
Yeah, about 17,000, 16,666 cents. Oh gila, mana nak cari 16,000 simpan setiap bulan dalam masa 5 tahun nak dapat. So fikir, if you keep on your mindset on trying to save from your gaji, it is not going to happen easily. Maybe boleh, you find a job yang boleh bagi you maybe 30,000 ringgit punya salary ataupun 40,000 ringgit punya salary. You spend about 20,000 ke, 5,000 ke, 10,000 ke, whatever lah, and the balance tu you simpan. Maybe you can get it in 5 years. But reality, for a person with 5 years experience, would you be able to command a 30,000 ringgit salary per month ataupun 40,000 ringgit salary per month? Aisyah dah berapa tahun kerja?
Belum kerja lagi.
Belum kerja lagi. Tengok dah berapa tahun dah tak dapat lagi kan. So lagilah akan mengambil masa yang lebih panjang. So I tell myself, no, this is not going to happen lah. So we have done this. Now comes my entrepreneur punya landscape. In 2000, I got married. Okay, and I got married to a family that owns a business. Okay, so my wife is the daughter of business owners. They have a restaurant and they have laundrette and they have a machining factory back then. So I was looking at first kali jumpa wife, bakal wife lah pada masa itu kan. Nampak dia tertarik dengan dia. Kemudian tertarik dengan dia punya background. Because I was very interested to learn about being in a business. So this looks like a good good way of me learning, because I have no business training, I have no business experience, I have no paper qualifications to get myself into a business. So luckily my girlfriend masa tu, wife now, setuju untuk berkahwin, so we got married in 2000. And then I started to berjinak-jinak and try to sibuk-sibuk tanya ni buat apa, ni buat apa, ni buat apa. I didn't get myself involved in the business, but I get to know. I bertanya-tanya. I ambil berat dan ambil tahu dan mungkin offer diri untuk buat sesuatu. So that was back then. Then after learning a little bit from them, I gathered my courage to start my own company in 2001. Mind you, pada masa tu I was still employed, I was still working, but there was an opportunity that came. Some kenalan datang kata they wanted to do a business, they want to supply minyak to rural areas. They offered me to be in the business as well. Actually, they not my money because I have the modal, they have the knowledge, so we combine. So we use that combination to form up this company and start that business. So my partner run the business, I become the founder. So like I mentioned in the screen, I still have an official job. The company was run by my partners. After a few years, I did not stop at that one company. I got involved with a few others as well. Sebab minat sangat ni dalam business ni, nak ambil tahu, tengok my family, my wife punya family macam best dia orang buat business ni, I want to do it as well. So okay, I started a few businesses on my own, tapi bukan dalam bidang yang sama. I started a bit on accounting punya services. I buat a little bit of training. I buat a little bit of trading juga sikit-sikit. A little bit of contract work. So by 2005, I was running about 6 businesses. Okay, 6 businesses in different fields, but they were not all successful. However, they provide enough orang kata apa, income which is comfortable for me to live and also support my family. So 2005 I quit my job. So orang kata apa, memberanikan diri, stop the normal career punya path and jump on a different lane to be in the business world. Now that was 2005. It was not so good sebab ada yang okay, ada yang tak okay. Fortunately, there was one orang kata backbone lah. My wife pada masa tu, the restaurant had a few branches. So I discussed with my wife, I cakap, okay, let's try to run this on our own. Okay, so we went to see her parents and then kita cakap, boleh tak kalau nak minta satu branch dan kita nak run sendiri. So that was the backbone lah, so sort of, so that I can really learn and I can really try to do as much as possible ataupun try to come up with something yang boleh jana lebih banyak pendapatan. So that was in 2005. And I want to introduce to you the restaurant very quickly. I don't know whether you have seen this. Kalau orang-orang Shah Alam mungkin kenal, tapi orang-orang yang Kelantan yang tak pernah ada cross negeri semua ni, I invite you to come to our restaurant whenever you come over. Kalau tak kenal, cakap. Tak nak.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Behind us is Restaurant ANSARA. This place here serves a variety of Malay food and we're about to try it out. If you like the sound of it, keep watching and let's get into the video.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Restaurant ANSARA has been here since 1985. That's like a whole 35 years. So this place is really famous. They've been appearing on local media, on TV as well, and we really have to try this place out.
This place is really huge. There's like so many stations of food. It's like a buffet. There is all the main courses, the nasi ayam, there's nasi campur as well, which is one of their best selling, and also the laksa Johor station, and there's a lot of desserts. It's like a buffet except for you have to pay for everything you take. This is gonna be a feast. Look at the food that we've ordered. I have chosen the laksa Johor.
Okay, I'm going to stop there because it will go on and on. We don't have much time, so that's basically the restaurant that we are running now. Okay, so what I wanted to share here is that for a Malay restaurant to get a review from Chinese punya patrons, Chinese punya customers, is quite an honor. I mean, I feel that way lah kot. Sebab kalau kita orang Melayu ni biasanya kita ramai orang Melayu je datang makan. Tapi for a non-Malay datang makan dekat situ and then they like the dish and they like the environment, they like the offerings. I think it's quite an achievement for my wife punya family. So a little bit of facts that I want to share. It was started in 1985 by my parents-in-law. My father-in-law was Air Force punya pilot. Tapi masa dia bertugas, dia terpaksa eject 2 kali. 2 kali dia lompat keluar daripada kapal terbang jatuh terhempas, dia selamat. So he was telling us, kata, okay, he did not want to go through a third experience because he doesn't feel that the third time would be so lucky. So he quit being an Air Force captain. Together with my mother-in-law, dia pindah ke Shah Alam and buka restoran kat sini. And Alhamdulillah, berkat support daripada keluarga dan kawan-kawan, the restaurant did well. So it started small, and then we now have 3 lots of shop lots dekat section 10 ni. So please, whoever yang datang to Shah Alam punya kampung ni, let me know. I can offer you some dishes from our restaurant. We have 100 dishes to choose from. So this is a variety that people can change every day and not get bored. Okay. Our most popular offerings are nasi ayam dengan nasi Johor. We have about 40 workers. And we keep up with technology. Kita guna iPad to be the cash register. Dah tak adalah pakai masuk dalam laci ataupun kira calculator lagi semua tu. Why I use iPad is that I think with the technology now, I can now monitor the business online. I tak payah duduk kat sana dah. Kalau dulu orang kata buat restoran ni penat. Now, no. Because I like to make things easy. I am pemalas. I want to manage a lot of businesses. I cannot do that if I have to be at one place every day, every time. So this is where and this is the important points that probably you want to take note for the night, is that we cannot just sit down and be happy with the way things are. We have to always innovate and appreciate the processes and find ways to improve and improve and improve. With the mindset that you want to grow more, and me personally, I want to have that 1 million. Okay, I will not be able to get that with just one business. Now, so that is restaurant ANSARA. So for FAIZI, entrepreneur for me, a person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risk in the hope of profit, but it is not just financial risk. I take on all sorts of risk. Okay, technological risk, people risk, trust, ada macam-macam. Eksperimen dengan food ataupun offering, layout and everything, macam-macam. Kita ambil cuba until we get to find a point yang kita comfortable and boleh tarik lebih banyak income. Because that's what we want. In business, what we want is that profit. And for me, not just profit, I want to have a good life as well. Okay, while mindset continuously improving. Macam mana nak better? I'm going to go through this very quickly. You've heard this before. Fail to plan equals to plan to fail. So kita selalu dalam apa-apa projek kita cakap kita kena planning. So a good project coordinator would plan satu cara. A better one would plan dua cara. Okay, dia ada plan A, plan B. And maybe ada orang lain buat plan A, plan B, plan C. But I tell you, whatever plans that you plan, the reality is it may not be whatever that you plan. Habis kelang kabut semua. Including myself, macam ada anak lah, sakit ke apa semua tu, macam-macam. All sorts of challenges that you will face in between. So you can plan, but you must be very agile. You must be very creative ataupun very strong in facing the challenges that comes and find ways to overcome. Okay, that is a very important trait to a business person. Okay, now that was one area of business, and that was my in-laws in business. I now introduce to you my own business. What I started with my friends. This video is about 2 minutes. Kalau lama sangat kita just skip je. Kita tengok sikit je. The company is called Smart. A lot of my companies I call Smart something. Smart Station, Smart Service, Smart Stream, Smart Skills. Because I believe that being smart will get a lot of benefit. So being smart is not just jadi pandai. You have to be creative as well. You have to be innovative as well. So what we do is we develop stations in the rural areas. We have the opportunity to develop Felda dan Feltra punya areas. Felda dan Feltra ni kita tahu luar bandar. Luar bandar kita perlukan satu punca ekonomi. So punca ekonomi for us is a petrol station. Because petrol station kita boleh bantu untuk pergerakan dalam kawasan tu. So kita bagi fuel, kita bagi kedai for the business, for the people to buy things from, and that also offers a lot of other opportunities. So you see, kedai sebenarnya ada pakcik-pakcik yang mana yang buat kereta-kereta ke, yang mana buat air ke, apa-apa produk, they can put the products here for the people to buy from. Okay, we partner dengan some lubricant company to offer lubricants branded smart. Okay, offer jobs for the locals. We offer ATM machine. Kalau tak dulu dia kena keluar pergi ke bandar, dia offer ATM machine. Bank rakyat pula dia offer lagi extra services, bayar bill. Lepas tu pagi tak gadai, macam ni semua kampung yang tak dapat, yang tak nak keluar ke bandar, they now can do it inside the station. And we have about 64 stations in Malaysia. We do not have just one. We have 64. We supply to 64, including Sabah and Sarawak. So that is my company, Smart Stream. And to me, this is not just about making money anymore. It is also in a way community service ataupun my responsibility or my contribution to build the nation. Okay, untuk jana ekonomi luar bandar, untuk jana pendapatan orang-orang yang berada di luar bandar. So while they get that opportunity, I get to supply the products, I get to build the stations for them, and we become a very happy Malaysians. Okay, we got support from the government. We were appointed one of the companies to develop this. Smart is the only company that can build in Felda and Feltra. Other companies, dia boleh buat di luar bandar. So dia buat macam kalau ada pernah dengar dekat kampung masing-masing ada burak oil. Dia semua banyak dekat belah-belah Kedah dengan belah-belah apa tu, Perak. Ada orang mungkin pernah dengar Petro Teguh. Ada orang mungkin pernah dengar what else, Pen Petroleum. So ada a few small stations, but they are owned by Bumi Putras and they are all local entrepreneurs. And for us, it is in just Felda and Feltra, we help the Felda and Feltra settlements. This is a photo with the current Timbalan Perdana Menteri. Pada masa itu dia Menteri Kementerian Perdagangan dan Luar Bandar. So we invited him to officiate the station dekat kawasan dia ni, and it's just apa tu, I don't know how to describe this feeling when you go there and you see the kids happy, smiling, and the people there in a festive punya environment. It's a really good feeling. It's no longer about the money anymore. It is about giving. It is about developing. It is about bringing joy to these people. So that's what I did with my partners. Now, so this is my secret to success. Ultraman bola itik. To those yang mana pernah dengar dekat Taiping, ini mungkin siaran ulangan. But this is my mantra. Ultraman, bola dan itik. The secret to success. And the other secret is my name, FAIZI, means success. So for those yang nak tahu dengan lebih lanjut apa makna Ultraman, bola dan itik, if we have time later on, kita akan kongsikan. I think we are running out of time. I'll skip through very quickly. So what are the things that I value? I value family time. I no longer have to work 9 to 5 ataupun 8 to 10 ke, ataupun early morning ke, late nights. That is only done by choice. I do it because I like. It's not because my boss suruh. It is my company. It is my time. I choose when and how I want to spend it. Okay. I develop people. I offer opportunities to other people. Okay. I have a good work and life balance. And I get a good, comfortable income as a bonus. So that's what we juggle. Where am I today? I own and run about 10 businesses, and combined, it generates 150 million ringgit a year. So I have financial freedom. I do not have to worry about tak cukup duit apa itu. That was in the past. Dulu I pernah melalui fasa yang mana, bulan ni cukup ke tak nak bayar duit kereta, cukup ke tak nak cucuk duit ke ATM tu. Kalau balance lebih pada 100 tu memang kaya lah aku. I used to be there. I no longer have to worry about that anymore. Okay, I'm able to do a lot more charity and apa tu, more contributions lah, basically, senang kita lah. Kita boleh, bila kita berkemampuan, kita boleh membantu lebih banyak orang secara langsung dan tak langsung, secara jelas dan tak jelas. Itu up to you all, whatever that you want to do. Okay, I'm able to develop a team of people to grow. Okay, they don't just do things sebab bos suruh. I allow them to think by themselves and figure out macam mana nak kembangkan diri. Okay, which is something that I like. Mungkin I macam Aisyah sikit, macam nak jadi cikgu dulu. I like to teach, cuma tak nak jadi cikgu sebab nak jadi millionaire. So now I'm able to do that and still make money out of it. Okay, and lastly, I control my own time. I get to do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want. Okay, and again, what more do you want? Things that you like, you get to do, and you have a beautiful family together, where you can spend time with without having to worry about nanti kan dia orang ni macam mana. I don't have to worry about my daughters nanti nak belajar dekat mana, nak pakai duit banyak mana. That used to be in the past. Okay, now I have saved enough to make sure that if let's say there is no opportunity from ARA ke, from government ke apa ke untuk dia orang sambung belajar, I'm able to do it myself because I've read all the information, or I've read all the knowledge, I've read all the experience throughout my life, and it is now time for me to give back, not just to my family, it is also to the community, and like what I'm doing today, walaupun kelang kabut, gelabah-gelabah je cerita malam ni, tapi I like to think that my sharing would have a little bit of impact, ataupun would give some level of idea to those yang mana-mana yang blur-blur, yang tak sure lagi nak buat macam mana, nak buat apa. So in short, entrepreneur ni it's not something yang kita plan ada satu jalan untuk jadi entrepreneur. Ada satu syllabus untuk menjadi satu entrepreneur yang berjaya. Sometimes it's about opportunity, grabbing the right opportunity, knowing the right people, ataupun having the right idea and kembangkan, and also maybe in some ways have a little bit of modal for you to try something and build it into something bigger. Now, so I think with that, this is my last slide. Do you dare, ask yourself, do you dare to take risks? If you do, if you are keen and you do not want to be controlled by other people, entrepreneurship would be the path for you to go to, because it has a lot of offerings and it has a lot of range of income that you want to pick from for yourself. So with that, I thank you. Sorry for macam dah terpanjang sangat. Habis dah masa, pukul 10. Is that alright? Is everyone still awake? Tak nak lah orang tertidur pula.
Tak apa. Okay, kita okay. Thank you Encik Faizi atas perkongsian sangat menarik sebentar tadi. Jadi kita teruskan dengan sesi soal jawab dengan audiens pada malam ni. Jadi kalau audiens ada soalan, kalau yang berani tu boleh unmute terus mic, lepas tu cakap. Kalau yang malu tu boleh tulis kat komen je.
Cuba. Boleh cuba bercakap. I think it's good to try. Come on, MRSM Tumpat, IGCSE boleh.
Assalamualaikum, Abang Faizi.
Saya.
I'm from MRSM Tumpat and I want to ask a question. The question is, now you are a millionaire. Yes.
You can say that. Yeah.
So that how do you plan to save your money, and how do you consistent without maybe, because some people when they have a lot of money, maybe they will spend a lot. And so how do you plan to save your money wisely?
Okay, challenging sikit nak jawab ni, but I try. It takes a lot of discipline. For me personally, it takes a lot of discipline. I know kita kalau iman tak berapa nak kuat tu, banyak yang boleh tergoda. Okay, I myself pun dalam situasi yang sama. You may orang kata apa, sekarang ni lagi jahat, buka je phone, buka Shopee, buka Lazada, macam-macam nak beli kan. Anything, letak je keyword, dia keluar, and then murah-murah tu, and then all affordable, and sometimes sampai kita terlebih-lebih kita spend dalam kita punya credit card and things like that. Now back to the question, how do I control that? Me in my position now, it is no longer an issue, sebab I have most of what I want. So nak kata savings tu dah tak risau sangat, sebab dia memang akan ada sentiasa ada lebih. But during the times yang belum ada lagi ataupun yang masih lagi tengah kumpul-kumpul, it's back to discipline. Your goal you have to set. I set my goal at I want to be a millionaire. I want to have $1 million in savings by the time I'm 30, for example. So 30 tak dapat. Okay, that's why I set balik my target. From 30 to 35, I want to have that million. So 30 to 35 tu mati-mati pun memang nak kena ada. So I make sure that when I have that income, bila I dapat duit, I have to play back. Do you want to achieve your goal or not? So I am the person yang macam kiasu sikit. Bila dah set something, I need to achieve it. Because my name says success. FAIZI means success, and Faiz means success. FAIZI is my success. So takkanlah nak tembak diri sendiri kan. So macam okay, I challenge myself, I set that target, and I need to achieve this. So the kiasuness in me tells me that okay, you want it, you have to simpan lah, jangan tak payahlah nak spend on that sports ring baru tu. Tak payahlah nak beli kereta baru. Tak payah nak tukar cat baru ke, tak payah nak tukar tinted ke, tak payah nak beli phone baru masa tu. So memang a little bit of challenge. Kadang-kadang terlepas juga, tapi bila dah terlepas, I work a little bit extra to cover balik. I hope that answers. Siapa tadi yang tanya tadi? Amrin.
Yes, thank you so much.
Is that okay, Amrin?
Okay, thank you Abang Faizi.
Sama-sama.
Thank you Encik Faizi atas jawapan yang sangat mendalam. Jadi saya rasa kita tak ada masa dah walaupun ada soalan dekat comment section, but it's okay. Jadi kita telah sampai ke penghujung sesi. Saya ingin mengucapkan setinggi perhargaan dan terima kasih kepada Encik Faizi kerana sudi meluangkan masa dan berkongsi ilmu dan pengalaman yang bermanfaat untuk para pelajar. Walaupun dengan jadual masa yang ketat, mungkin sibuk, tapi still luangkan masa dengan kita orang. Setinggi perhargaan juga kepada rakan strategi ANSARA TEPEN, Unit Perkhidmatan Bimbingan dan Kaunseling MRSM Tumpat dan MRSM Taiping, TNF Energy Sdn Bhd, Alka Sistem Malaysia dan BG Capital Holdings. Kepada semua pelajar MRSM Tumpat, anda diingatkan untuk mengisi link kehadiran ke dalam dekat komen tu. Jangan lupa isi, kami letakkan di ruangan chat dah. Kepada yang terlepas ataupun kalau dia nak tengok lagi, nak repeat recording ni, jangan risau. Anda boleh buat demikian di Facebook ANSARA Cawangan Taiping ataupun YouTube ANSARA TEPEN. Dan last sekali, jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like and follow kami di Instagram dan Twitter ANSARA Taiping dan juga Instagram Pers Tumpat. Sebelum kita bersurai, adalah kita menutup sesi ini dengan tasbih kifarah dan surah Al-Nas. Sekian daripada saya, Noh. Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih kerana join.
Sorry, nak tanya sikit. Do you have time limit until sekarang ni ataupun boleh ke sambung sikit untuk siapa-siapa yang bertanya ataupun siapa yang berminat?
Boleh je.
I think I have a little bit of time. Kalau because it is my fault, I terlebih pakai masa. If you want to ask ataupun kalau ada benda yang nak dijawab tu, I think I can spend a little bit more time. Kalau korang boleh sambung lah.
Ni dekat
comment section ramai nak sambung.
Oh, okay. Right. Kejar balik mana kat atas.
Okay, kita tengok dengan soalan first. Dia kata kalau nak start bisnes yang menggunakan modal besar, organisasi atau bank mana yang bagi pinjaman untuk keluarkan modal tu?
Sebenarnya bank ataupun organisation dia berebut-rebut nak bagi pinjaman. Provided that you can give a good paperwork ataupun you can convince them that you have a good model, a good business model. Dia sebab orang bagi pinjaman ni dia mengelak, dia nak buat duit cara bagi pinjam duit dia. So you do all the work and you have to pay them back for the money that you borrow from them. So they are cheating, but you have to convince them lah. Itu yang nak kena ada kemahiran ataupun memang betul-betul you have to believe in your product ataupun believe in your business model. And bank-bank besar yang kita tahu semua banyak bagi, tapi maybe a small tip is that you don't go to the big banks if you want to introduce something yang mungkin luar biasa sikit. So I give you an example, macam kita orang masa start buat smart stream dulu, we didn't have money. We had money, but we didn't have a lot of money. So we started with I came up with about 50,000 ringgit, and my partners combined, dia orang pun lagi 50,000 ringgit. So my 50,000 and my partners punya 50,000 dapat 100,000 ringgit. So that 100,000 ringgit, we started to buy minyak from oil company, and that minyak kita pergi jual balik pada stesen minyak luar bandar ni. So with that 100,000, maybe kita boleh supply to maybe 5 stations lah, 5 ke 7 stations, something like that lah. So after selling to them, they pay us back. Okay, when they pay us back, we use the money, pergi beli lagi daripada syarikat minyak, pergi supply pula kepada stesen lain. So with that 100,000 tu, dia orang panggil modal pusingan. Kalau orang yang ada belajar accounting sikit ni, dia panggil modal pusingan. Modal pusingan tu macam tu lah, dia berpusing-pusing. I just start with 100,000, and that 100,000 I can buy and supply to this guy. Then dia bayar, okay, I buy and supply to this guy. This guy dia akan pakai mungkin 3 hari 4 hari that quantity of minyak. And then by the time dia akan pakai, akan perlu lagi nak beli. So I have to play ataupun manage my money very carefully, so that by the time orang ni nak balik duit, nak balik minyak, I'm able to buy and supply to him, so that I can get the money from him. Pusing kat sini pula, pusing lagi. So this is kalau nak kata dalam bisnes ni kita kena pandai juggle macam ni. We have to really take care of finances, and we have to have a good accountant. So siapa-siapa jadi accountant, you make sure that you know how to manage the money wisely and carefully, so that when the time comes, you are able to produce the money for business continuity. Otherwise, you dah tersangkut, you tak dapat payment from your customer, and then akan ada sambungan lagi problem lain. You tak boleh nak beli daripada supplier, you tak boleh nak supply orang ni. Problem sini akan jangkit kat sini. So that sakit jiwa. So we really have to be careful. Now, after doing all that, if you do that wisely and properly, and allow it to run for maybe about half a year, 6 months ataupun 10 months macam tu, you have a good history of your business. So your business punya history is good, where you get some benefit, profit from it, and then you manage well, your customers are happy. You bring that business model ataupun your records tu, bawa pergi ke bank tengok, company ni bagus lah, I want to give you more money. You borrow my money, I give you you pay back in 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. That is what you want. Okay, so itu yang tadi I cakap, kalau ada modal sikit, it makes it a lot easier. You ada modal, use it to kickstart, and then use that kickstart to develop a history of good governance in your business. Then you take that history, go to the bank and get more money, so that you can expand. So this is what we do. Okay, we start small, and from that small start, we can make it bigger. Macam saya cakap tadi, I started with about 10 stations, and now I have 64. And these 64 stations, kita pun rotate. And with, I think, kita punya modal sebenarnya tak sampai 3 million kot. Kita punya modal sekarang, yang rolling capital tak sampai 3 million. Tapi it is able to generate about 100 million a year. Pusing. So that is the smart company. Okay, so macam tu. And I tell you, business people ni, bank suka nak jumpa dan suka nak bagi duit, because it is an easy way for bank to make money. So that's my response. Thank you.
Okay,
for
thank
the question.
you. Nak jawab lagi ke? Ada lagi kan?
Boleh.
Sekejap. As a successful person, what is your mindset that you always keep in your mind until you achieve this goal?
What is your mindset that you always keep? So maybe I can go back to my slides tadi. Number one is make it easy. Kita jangan kalut sangat, jangan serabut sangat. Okay. The moment you are in a serabut punya position, then you will not be able to think straight, and then you may not be able to make rational decisions. You may cause friction dengan you punya partners ataupun dengan you punya customers ataupun you punya suppliers. Kita try to avoid that. So that is my approach. Ada challenge, yes. Business memang akan ada challenge lah. Kita business ni bukannya hari-hari dapat untung, bukannya hari-hari dapat duit. To be honest kan, macam pandemik sekarang ni, my business banyak yang sales drop sampai separuh, sampai 30% daripada previous punya sales. So jatuh banyak. It is affecting us, but nak salahkan siapa? We cannot say that this is whose fault ataupun government's fault ke, nak kata China punya hal ke, Amerika ke, Yahudi ke, lantak je, tak kisah. Tapi this is you. What are you going to do about it? So for me, okay, you face this. How do you overcome? So keep it simple. You find a solution, and sometimes the solution doesn't come from you because bukanlah kau ni terror sangat boleh bagi semua jawapan. You have to have a good team, you have to have good advisors, and you have to sometimes open your mind to look for solutions outside of the box ataupun outside of your normal ring. Okay, so that's how I run, and that's how I manage myself. And also tadi Ultraman bola dan itik, that is also my apa orang kata, cara untuk manage lah kot. If I may, no, boleh sikit no? No? Hello? Masih ada ke?
Boleh.
Okay, so I explain a little bit on the Ultraman bola itik tadi. Ultraman is I don't know whether you still watch Ultraman ke tak, tapi masa kecil-kecil dulu I selalu tengok Ultraman. Ultraman ni cerita dia pasal orang yang biasa. Lepas tu bila datang satu raksasa, dia jadi satu wira yang hebat. So that is who we need to be. Okay, kita biasa-biasa je. Macam saya pun biasa-biasa je. Kalau orang tengok jumpa tengah jalan tu macam Muhammad. Kadang-kadang orang kata macam ya ke Muhammad ni. And there are times yang orang macam tak pandang kalau pergi masuk meeting dengan menteri ke apa semua ni, kadang-kadang menteri macam tak tengok. Macam are you for real? Tapi once we start talking to them ataupun once we start to introduce ourselves and things like that, then it becomes different lah. Tapi appearance wise memang macam tak ada benda lah. So Ultraman orang biasa. But when the need comes, you make yourself bigger. You make yourself strong. You make yourself a hero, so that you are able to protect the universe and protect the world and protect your family or your friends. So that is Ultraman. Number two is bola. Bola is as you know lah, bola bouncy kan. So dalam business you will face ups and downs. So whenever you down, you do not stay down. Okay, you must be like the bola. Jatuh, bounce lah balik. Tengok yang baru ni, siapa tengok Olimpik, Syah jatuh tergolek, koyak kot baju, koyak ni, dengan peha sekali Malaysia semua kan. But he came back. Walaupun dalam keadaan kesakitan macam tu, kalau kita, you ask yourself, would you bangun balik, ambil basikal pergi kayuh lagi? Maybe not. But look at him, the determination and the mind, the strong mind, the strong will. So you need to have that. Okay, so that's bola. Jatuh bangun, jatuh bounce. And the last one is itik. Itik ni again tadi nampak biasa-biasa. In the tasik, if you look at itik, dia relax je dekat atas tasik kan, dia macam floating biasa je. But di bawah permukaan air tu, kaki itik tu sibuk kick supaya itik tu tak tenggelam. So you have to get a good team. You need to have a good support system so that whatever comes, you are stable. Okay, whatever comes, you are able to handle. Ada wave sikit pun tak kisah. Tapi macam mana nak dapat benda tu? You have to have your good support system kat bawah tu. Kaki dan tangan. You have the good kaki tangan, I assure you, you'll be successful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Faiz. Ada lagi soalan?
Teruskan.
Sekejap. Bila cakap pasal bisnes ni, mesti ada time sales naik dan turun, especially macam sekarang. So macam mana nak deal dengan situation ni?
Okay, just like I mentioned just now, kalau in English, they have this term, don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you have heard this before, it just means that kalau kita ada telur, and we know that telur ni kan very risky, very senang nak pecah apa semua ni. Kita nak bawa telur ni, kita jangan bawa dalam satu basket. Okay? Kita especially kalau nak pergi tempat yang dilanda badai ni, nak lalu tempat-tempat yang bahaya ni, we make sure that kita letak ni dekat anak kita yang nombor 1 sikit, anak yang nombor 2 sikit, kawan kita sikit, keluarga kita sikit, abang kita sikit, bapa kita sikit. So pecah-pecahkan. All this telur, this risk, we pecahkan. And like I said just now, I have about 10 businesses, and alhamdulillah, not all 10 yang jatuh. Okay, ada yang naik. Okay, so walaupun dalam secara amnya banyak yang jatuh, tapi I tell you there are businesses yang naik. And I tell you sekarang ni, orang kalau dia betul-betul true entrepreneur ni kan, dia tak, there's no such thing as jatuh. Sebab kalau dia dah hasil jatuh, dia cari jalan lain untuk buat benda lain, ataupun cari jalan lain untuk kembangkan balik dia punya business, ataupun dia punya offering, ataupun dia ubah sikit. Ada orang contohnya kalau dia jual satu barang, katalah jual barang pen ni kan, dulu dia jual RM2, lepas tu dia rasa bisnes jatuh, oh aku kena diskaun lah pen ni, aku kena jual RM1.5. Ada orang dia main pricing macam tu, dia turunkan harga. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, bila turunkan harga, it means that your profit is smaller. But if the people buying the items are less, you are just getting yourself into trouble. Okay, you do not want to be in that position. So some people, dia jual pen yang sama, tapi dia hias sikit. Dekat sini dia letak ribbon ke apa ke, ataupun dia letakkan dalam casing ke apa ke. Instead of jual RM2, dia jual RM10. Tapi benda tu sama je. So walaupun kurang orang beli ataupun tak seramai dulu, but dia try as much as possible to maintain dia punya profit margin ataupun dia punya net profit into the pocket, so that dia boleh sustain dia punya business, dia boleh sustain dia punya expenses. So that is one approach to manage in times of business yang down ya. Ataupun in my position pula, if let's say my contohnya my stesen minyak sekarang memang sakit because orang tak bergerak, so tak ada orang beli minyak. So my sales mungkin daripada 100,000 mungkin dah turun jadi 100,000 turun jadi 50,000 je, separuh je. Okay, and obviously my income pun jatuh lah. But restoran naik. Did you know that there are some restaurants are doing much better than they used to do before, and they can make a lot more profit during this pandemic? I tell you why. Satu, orang dia tak memilih sangat. So cara dia, kalau kalau dia ada yang boleh online, hantar food panda ke Grab ke ataupun whatever online lah, boleh order online, dia tak payah gerak, tahu-tahu barang sampai je. For us, for restaurants, it is much better sebab satu dah tak payah basuh pinggan. Kita dah tak payah nak employ orang untuk cuci-cuci. Kita dah tak payah nak deal dengan customer yang bising-bising, duduk kedai ni semua, bawa anak semua, siapa-siapa, semua tumpah-tumpah, semua tak ada. Although those are exciting things, but we don't have to deal with that anymore. So when those things happen, and macam sekarang di Selangor PKP dia punya time dia limit pukul 8 pagi sampai pukul 8 malam. So orang tertumpu pada masa itu saja. Compare to dulu, kita awal-awal pagi dah buka, lewat malam pun nak tutup. So kita punya staff dah rehat sikit, dah taklah sepenat dulu. Dia tak ada banyak nak mencuci, kita jimat air, kita jimat overtime, kita jimat elektrik, kita jimat macam-macam. So that actually gives us a little bit more in the pocket compared to before, and especially if you can maintain your sales. So again, it's good to have a lot of businesses. It means that you don't have your eggs all in one basket. If this one falls, you still have your eggs yang lain untuk cover. I hope that explains and answers.
Thank you Encik Faizi. Ada lagi soalan?
Teruskan.
Sekejap. Okay, bisnes apa yang paling famous sekarang dan boleh last long?
Macam nak jawab? Bisnes apa? Sekarang ni bisnes kan, dia macam-macam bisnes. And it can be, kalau nak kata last long tu kan, with the situation now, it is quite hard to say sebab the trend now is changing. I used to come from the traditional way of doing business. Kita memang hard selling, kita kena ada produk, kena ada dekat kedai, kena ada depan orang customer, kena bagi ke orang. Now you don't have to do that anymore. If you ask me what business, susah sikit nak jawab, but what approach I can tell you. The online businesses are doing very well now. Okay, and they can do the business even without having their own product. Okay, I don't have to go and cook nasi ayam ke laksa Johor tadi semua tu, tak payah dah. These people, they can just either resell orang lain punya barang ataupun dia jadi macam introducer saja. So and then ada juga orang yang just jual service, and they can do this through online. And when you have a lot of people online now, it is very easy to reach to them. Kalau spend sikit dekat FB ads ke, IG punya ni ke, aktif dalam media sosial, it is that trend right now. Apa nak jual, suka hatilah nak jual. Ada orang jual pen boleh hidup, ada orang jual periuk pun boleh, ada orang jual kain buruk pun boleh hidup, macam-macam lah, macam pelik-pelik. I just cannot understand, but it's the reality. Orang jual ni pokok palsunya pun boleh hidup lah. And I buy. So sometimes it doesn't make sense, but it works. So I cannot give you an answer because it depends on what is happening around you, and you have to orang kata apa, pandai capture that demand and offer the solution. So macam tadi I like to solve problems. So kalau you stay or you look around you, tengok apa problem dia. For example sekarang ni, I think one of the problem is budak-budak tak boleh nak keluar pergi main basikal. Contohlah. Okay. So how can you come up with something yang membolehkan budak-budak ni untuk keluar main basikal ataupun have some sort of fun to keep them happy. That can be a business. Okay. I know for sure yang orang mengajar online ni macam-macam lah dia ajar. Belajar mengait ke, belajar apa-apa, semua boleh jadi bisnes. Yang mana-mana yang tak mengajar directly, dia pergi buat video, pergi post pun boleh jadi bisnes juga. And it is a very interesting time now. Like you can just sell almost anything as long as it. Sekarang ni nama dia viral. Kalau dapat ride that viral punya wave tu, then senanglah. You will do well. But it might not last lah. Dia seasonal. So you have to always keep on riding that wave and find new wave ataupun new things to introduce. I hope that is satisfactory.
And maybe ni last question.
Okay.
During the first few years of your working on your business, do you have any specific person that you would go to for advice and coaching?
Okay. During the early days of business mungkin tak ada, tapi during my employment days yang tu banyak. Okay. So I wouldn't say that the times that I go through my employment tu, kerja dekat Shell, kerja dekat project, kerja dengan consulting, kerja dengan Australia tu, that has not gone to waste. One of the person yang I still look up to now, and used to be my mentor dulu, was my boss dekat Federal Auto. He was a boss in Shell tapi I tak pernah jumpa dia. Dia keluar, dia jadi MD Proton dekat Australia, lepas tu dia balik, dia buka consulting, and then he employed me. And I became one of his trusted right hand man. And he gives me a lot of tasks which can be very orang kata boleh sakit kepala lah nak cuba dapat buat apa yang dia nak, but hindsight bila fikir balik, those are the things that build me. Okay, dia akan bagi task buat benda yang susah. I take the challenge, I find ways on trying to meet what he wants. Kadang-kadang jadi, kadang-kadang tak jadi, but the good thing is that dia selalu explain semula. Dalam explain tu kena marah lah juga, tapi tak apalah, that is part of learning. Dia explain balik, okay, you should be doing it this way, macam ni. This approach is okay, but you could have done it this way. All sorts of things. Ataupun sometimes I surprise him, I give him something yang dia tak terfikir, and then dia compliment. So this kind of boss, this kind of mentor becomes your inspiration to me lah. Bila kita dalam keadaan yang tenang-tenang, dengar dia cakap, dengar dia punya cara berfikir, bila observe dia punya behaviours, you learn a lot. And that is kalau seseorang yang physical yang you boleh tengok. But I also read a lot of books. Seberapa banyak yang boleh I baca, macam buku-buku yang biografi ke apa semua tu, I selalu baca. I also sekarang ni sebab ada internet, selalu jugalah tengok-tengok dekat dalam Instagram ke, dalam YouTube ke, some of the good habits of entrepreneurs, ataupun cuba belajar daripada apa yang orang buat. And I tell you, tak semestinya orang successful yang kita boleh belajar. Kita tak semestinya belajar daripada orang yang berjaya saja. Orang yang tak berjaya ataupun diri kita sendiri, kalau kita buat silap pun, actually that is a big learning. That is a big lesson for us to learn from. Please do not take any failures as something bad. Look at it positively, find the good angles and learn from it. The best is if you take from there and then you regroup, and then you come up with a different solution and be successful with that solution. That is even bigger than learning from the successful people. So that's basically what I've done and what I've learned throughout my life.
Okay, thank you Encik Faizi. Saya rasa kita dah sampai ke penghujung kita. Dan
Okay.
dah sekali kita nak ambil gambar boleh tak? Sampai
Boleh.
abang boleh buka kamera tu, tutup kamera. Ada yang buka kamera ke?
Semua dah tidur.
Lagi kena buka kamera.
Just for info, I'm on Facebook FAIZI Zain ataupun Facebook lah kot, Facebook ataupun LinkedIn pun FAIZI Zain. Siapa-siapa yang nak connect dekat sana. Kalau ada siapa-siapa nak bertanya-tanya yang mungkin tak tercapai hajat malam ni, kita sambung offline lah. Kesian dekat mana yang dah lewat ni.
Okay. Boleh menggambar ke? Okay. Saya screenshot je. 3, 2, 1. Okay, lagi. 3, 2, 1. Last one freestyle. 3, 2, 1. Okay, terima kasih.
Thank you everyone. Sorry to drag so long. Hopefully everyone is successful in your life and wish for everyone to be healthy. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Cik Faizi.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Cik Faizi.
Terima kasih Faizi.
Sama-sama.
Sangat bermanfaat.